and a warm welcome to the Akshaya Patra Alumni Conversations, which is a series of conversations with individuals who have participated in and have been recipients of the midday meal scheme supplied by Akshaya Patra to several schools all over the country. Hello and welcome back. It is my pleasure to introduce our next conversationalist, Shivraj, who is a doctor and currently works as a consulting radiologist in several hospitals in Mysore. Shivraj, welcome to this series of conversations. We are speaking to people like yourself who have been in schools and who have enjoyed the delicious Akshaya Patra meals. So, in the beginning, as we start, let me take you back to your days in school. What is your most fond memory of mealtime in school?
So basically, by the time the meal time comes, we would have already will be so hungry by listening to so much the lectures and all. So you will be eagerly waiting for the lunch. So by the time meal time comes, we will be so much hungry and will be so delighted once the meal time is nearby. And we used to run like very happily and stand in a line in a disciplined way, just eagerly waiting. Yes.
So you went to a BBMP school?
Yes.
Where was your school?
Broad Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike Corporation High School, Magdi Road. Okay. Exactly opposite to Sri Venkateshwara Textiles.
Okay. And you said, we used to be so hungry in school. So tell me a little bit about your family. What did your parents do? And, how many brothers and sisters are you? And where did they go to school? Just so that we get a sense of who you are.
Yes. So we are basically a family of 6 members. So we are 4 siblings. And my mother, she's also a lecturer. She has done her political science.
Very nice.
Yes. She has done her B.Ed. Then she has done her political science, master degree. And she was working as a political science lecturer in the same institution where I studied.
Okay.
So she was a lecturer there. So I was, in the same school I studied.
Right.
So my father is a civil engineer. He worked in a private setup. So
okay.
In a private this one. So we are 4 siblings. I myself is the second person. And my elder brother, he is a civil engineer now. He has completed his BE. He has completed in M.Tech.
Did he go to the same school as you?
Yes, but not the same school. I mean, the same but in a different location.
Okay.
So there's one more location called Kasturiba Nagar.
Okay.
It comes
so
in
it's a
Mysore.
BBMP school,
yes,
in a different location.
In a different location. He also studied there.
And then you have what, 2 sisters?
1 sister and 1 younger brother.
Okay. And where did they go to school?
Both of them again, studied in the BBMP, school. And I'm proud that we all studied in the same institution, under the same umbrella, institution.
And all of you got your meals in school from Akshaya Patra?
Yes, definitely. Yes. We used to enjoy. Everyone, we had.
So what was the highlight of the meal? One is, of course, you were very hungry, so
yes.
Everybody was rushing to the meal.
Yes.
But what was it about the meal that you remember with, with some, what should I say, good memories?
Good memories. Being a doctor, I will always, tell, apart from having meals, the meals were delicious. It was never, it never lacked taste. It was nutritious. It was delicious. It was, stomach filling. So I never felt that I should have had more. I always had completely, and I was always satisfied with the meals. I always enjoyed. I always loved to have food, and definitely I enjoyed the meals. So being a doctor now, I understand it is nutritious. It is delicious. So definitely.
You said something very important. You said being a doctor. Yes. I now understand, and I know that you have a young baby. You have a son who's 1 year old. So what is it about nutrition that you would like to say to people who are listening to this podcast? What is it that you have learned, and how are you using that in taking care of your baby boy?
So in that way, being a doctor, what I feel is, so nutrition is very important for any person.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to students or children who studying school, they need more nutrition and energy compared to other people. So they will be focused, they will be studying as much as education is important. At the same time, for the education to actually to take form, the person needs right amount of food, right amount of energy, and right amount of the balanced whatever the nutrients. In that way, Akshaya Patra has really done a good job. So they carefully balance the nutrients. They don't just provide the meals like that. They will, according to what I believe, they actually calculate the way they calculate the nutrients which are actually required by that particular age group of the children, what
Right.
they need. So they are perfectly balanced, and that's scientifically, that's very logically and feasibly right thing. That's what I believe.
Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about the work you're doing. So after school, what did you do? I mean, I know you did your MBBS and so on and became a radiologist. But tell us a little bit about what happened after school. Of course, the Akshaya Patra meal stopped, but what else changed?
Okay, I started my schooling in the BBMP, high school from 8th standard. So from 8th standard till my second PUC, pre-university, I studied there only. So roughly I spent 5 years.
Right.
So that was my best, time period.
And why do you say it was your best time period?
Because, in the same, under the same roof, there was a good education. That was a good environment, had good friends, good teachers, and also definitely the
Good meals.
Yes.
Very nice.
So that 5 years was really good. And after that, definitely I missed. Now that I moved out of the, after my pre-university education, then I started my MBBS.
Where did you do your MBBS
I
from?
started from Raja Rajeshwari Medical College and Hospital.
Yes.
Kambipura on Mysore Road.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there I did my MBBS. After that, I took up radiology after giving the NEET exam. So I secured a good rank. Then I took up radiology in Ahmedabad, BJ Medical College and Hospital, Ahmedabad.
Okay.
So that's the largest hospital in the whole Asia. That has 1,500 bedded. It's a 1,500 bedded hospital, and that is the largest hospital in the whole Asia. So that's where I did my.
So how did you choose to be a radiologist as, compared to any other field or domain in medicine?
Actually, I had interest in general medicine and ophthalmology, but I don't know. My friend suggested he took up radiology.
Okay.
My friend Karthik Raghuveer.
Okay.
Now he is also a consultant radiologist working presently in Bangalore. So at that time he suggested me to take up radiology. Actually, I had no interest in radiology, but now I feel yes, radiology was the right thing.
And why do you say that? Why do you say it
really
was the right
suits
thing
me.
for you?
It really suits me.
In what way?
In what way? I really like to observe things. I'm really a good observant, and I really like to pick up very small details. So for radiology, it's nothing but observation. The way you look, how much you look, and how detailed you look. Sometimes diagnosis is very subtle. It takes the person to carefully see the images, to carefully pick up the subtle abnormalities that can actually take you to the proper diagnosis. In that way, it really suits me actually.
Yeah.
Radiology is.
I can see that. So what is the part about radiology that you enjoy the most? Do you interact directly with patients, or do they go through their GP or?
Yeah, actually the patients first go through the general physician. They interact more with the other specialities compared to our specialty. So they come to us after a good interaction with other general physicians and all. So, but still we interact with the patient, because from our perspective, we will be, we'll be wanting more information, like compared to the case, compared to what investigation to be done. So we also will interact in a very tailored approach. And once we get the required information, then we tailor the examination to the patient, and we will make a diagnosis. So we also interact with the patient, but albeit less.
Right. So, you obviously understand nutrition. You've personally experienced it. I'm sure your son is the beneficiary of all your knowledge, and your wife's knowledge, being a pediatrician, about nutrition. But when you interact with patients, do you talk to them about nutrition at all? Because, most people in India don't have very good knowledge about nutrition.
Yeah.
So how do you bring in that insight into the work that you do?
When it comes to radiology, so the nutrition and radiology is not that much, they go in hand.
Yeah, it's not connected, but
it's not
being someone who interacts with the patient, is there anything that...
even though I'm a radiologist, still I carried that MBBS information and the knowledge I gained. So whenever I feel this patient or this person, needs some, advice or information on the nutrition on his part, definitely I will advise him as far as I know.
Right.
To my knowledge.
Yeah. So are you, I do know that the Akshaya Patra alumni network is a very strong and very connected network.
Yes.
Are you part of that network? And, if so, what is the role that you play in that network?
Actually, I'm an alumni, but this is the first time I'm actually coming here. And,
okay.
The first time, my first interaction.
I see. So are you in touch with any other alumni in Mysore, given that you live there?
Alumni, so many. In Mysore, no. In Bangalore, my friends are there. One of my friends is Akash. He's a general manager in SBI, State Bank of India.
Okay.
Anil Kumble Circle.
Okay.
He works there. Me and him are
good friends.
Yeah, good friends.
From school?
Yes.
From school days. So, if I were to ask you to go back to your days in school, is there any suggestion that you would like to give Akshaya Patra on what they can do differently, what they can add to whatever they are already doing? Any thoughts that come to your mind?
I don't think so. Because you people are already, scientifically doing the things. I don't think you people require any advice and all. You people are doing the right job. It's the best job, giving food to someone. I think that's a very, very good and a noble thing which a person can do. Nothing can satisfy a person. If you really want to satisfy the person, give him food. Once his stomach is full, then only a person can be satisfied.
And did you see that made a difference in the attention that children paid to their studies? If I'm hungry, obviously it's very hard to pay attention to you, to concentrate and so on. But if I've had a nice meal, then I feel good and I can concentrate better.
Yeah.
Did you observe those differences?
Yeah, definitely. See, once we are hungry, we get irritated. We get irritable because we can't focus our mind, our mind will not be stable. We can't focus on what the teachers are explaining, or we can't focus on studies. So once we are again full with the meals and that too good meals, definitely our mind will come back to that stability. Automatically irritability comes down. We'll be in a calm state, and that calm state will help us to focus. And
so what was your favorite food from Akshaya Patra? Somebody talked earlier about, I think, twice a week they used to get, I don't know, I think it was pongal or something like that. Yeah. So did you have a favorite food from Akshaya Patra?
Pongal, that was very good. But I liked the puliyogre. Sometimes they used to give puliyogre.
Yeah.
And that was really good. I liked it compared to others. I enjoyed every meal, right from rice sambar, the vegetable pulao, they used to put that soya beans. Soya beans, actually what I believe is soya beans, it is the highest, vegetable or whatever this one, which contains highest amount of protein. 44 grams per 100 grams of soya beans. So that they are including in the meals means it's scientifically balanced.
Yeah.
So,
and also they know how to make it tasty.
yes.
Because otherwise, those soya beans, if not cooked well, they don't taste very good.
They don't taste well, and it won't be absorbed also.
Yes.
From the body.
Yes.
So that way,
yeah,
my favorite meal was puliyogre.
And you think it was, now I'm asking you as a doctor and as someone who's interested in nutrition, you believe that the Akshaya Patra menus are fairly well balanced in terms of what children require at that stage?
Yeah, it's fairly well balanced. Milk.
Yeah, yeah.
So in our time, that wasn't there. But if it was there, I would have definitely enjoyed it even more.
Yes, yes.
And I'm grateful that I studied there. I enjoyed. I was part of that journey, and I'm always proud of that.
And that journey helped you.
I always relish that memory.
Yes. And that journey helped you through your school days. Definitely. Yeah, that's...
Without my parents, without my teachers, without my school, friends, and definitely Akshaya Patra, here I wouldn't have been today.
Very well said. No, it's a lot to do with you and the hard work that you put in.
But see,
all of those things are part of the environment. But if you were not a good student, if you had not worked hard, it is very unlikely that, the meals itself would have made you a doctor. I mean, obviously.
Still, I believe that's a secondary thing. Again, it's all about what I told earlier. It's all about the sacrifices made by parents, teachers, whatever they taught me, my friends, the support, obviously the food.
So are your parents, is your mother still teaching, or has she retired?
She's retired.
She's retired. And what is she doing?
She's now, she's a homemaker now.
Enjoying her grandchildren?
Yes.
And your father continues to work?
No, he's also retired.
Okay, very nice, very nice. And your brothers and sisters stay close by, or?
No, they stay close by. I now stay in Mysore. My other brothers and my sisters stay with my parents.
Nice, very nice. It's been great talking to you, and I want to wish you the very best, and best wishes to your young son.
Thank you, ma'am.
He probably will end up becoming a doctor after both his parents.
Hope so.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It is my, honor to be here, and if my conversation, inspires others and helps others, I think that's a great thing.
Shivraj, that's why we're talking to people like you, because, sometimes you feel that you're the only person, but when you see and hear other stories, if I'm let's say a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old student today, to hear your story and know that somebody like me, who studied in this school, has gone on to becoming a doctor, is got, a good, I can't say job, but got a good practice as you have in terms of radiology. I think it's very motivating, it's very inspiring, and there's nothing like real stories. You're not some imaginary person that existed. You're a real person talking in real time, and that's what inspires people.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your time. Thank you,
ma'am.